Hey guys, Tommy Bryson here, and for the first time in a long time, I'm going to react to Grant Cardone, by far given one of the worst advice I've ever heard in my entire life. In this video right here, I'm going to break down what Grant Cardone said and why I think this should kind of be stopped in some way. I don't know how, but it needs to be stopped right here and right now. And the first thing is this, guys, right? With all that's going on with number 19, you know what I'm talking about, right? With number 19, everything is kind of going down when it comes to the markets. Everything is on discount, to be honest, and I've invested over $30,000 in the past week or so because, again, I like buying low and then selling high eventually. That's the entire point. That's the game you want to play. But according to Grant Cardone, Uncle G, Grant Cardone, the man that doesn't buy single family homes, but in reality he owns one and then takes a line of credit from it, and then in reality he rents it to himself. Well, according to Grant Cardone, which I do respect and I do admire a lot, he's awesome, to be honest with you, but according to him, he says, well, that's not the best plan right now, Tommy. You're making a big mistake, okay? But guys, comment down below and let me know, what do you guys think about it, okay? With number 19 around, are you guys investing more money, or are you guys, taking all your money out and selling everything? Comment down below, let me know. And if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notified, and on top of that, also destroy the like button. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and react to Grant Cardone's video, given the worst advice I've ever heard ever by someone as smart as he is, which I was very surprised by, to be honest with you. Alright guys, so here I am on my official Instagram. Here it is, by the way. I'm gonna load it up. There you go. That is me. Now I'm gonna go to my Instagram saves because, again, I did save it. By the way, one of you guys actually tagged me in it, and that brought even more attention to me. So thank you for tagging me when it comes to these entire posts right here, because I do react to them when I do see them every so often. Now, the first thing is this, guys. Here's the video, and let's see exactly what's going on.
What is the best use of our money to invest during this pandemic?
So, if you're investing, how much money are you sitting on, Zach?
Let's say 10 grand.
10,000.
All right, so the first thing is this, right? If Zack, in my opinion, okay, if Zack has $10,000, what I would probably do with that money is I would put 6 months worth of expenses on the side just in case anything happens and you get fired, Zack, but hopefully you won't. But the whole point is you do need an emergency account just in case anything happens, and that way you are secured up to 6 months. If you want to go crazy, do 12 months. I understand that. Now, what I would do with the rest of that money, because again, 10,000 is a lot of money, I'd probably take around, half and half, so 50-50, whatever's left over, and put that into ETFs. And I like to do acorns, like for example, Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. I love that right there. And the main thing is this: I'll put 50% into those investments right there, and then 50% basically into cash to save up for more assets to then produce more income, or for example, even save that money up to actually invest into a business to then make me more money if I actually want to also do that. That's what I would do right then and there. However, let's see how Grant Cardone responded to Zack and his $10,000.
First of all, I would tell everybody right now, if you have money in an ETF, if you have money in the stock market, a mutual fund, I would get all that money out. If you got money in a retirement account, I have been telling you guys for how long now?
It's getting crushed right now.
For 1 year, I've been telling you guys, get out of the stock market, man.
What? Now, to be honest, guys, I don't know what the heck Grant Cardone is saying here, to be honest. Like, I would never advise anyone to just go ahead and just sell your investments right now because the market is down. That is literally like one of the worst advice I've ever heard in my life, because again, the market goes up and it goes down. That's what the market is, okay? And the point is, when the market is down, you invest more money and you make a lot more money. And that's why I saw this meme on Instagram and it literally made me laugh, okay? And here it is, guys, okay? This meme right here, I'm gonna put it up here, but this meme right here basically says, you know what? On Black Friday, everything's on sale, and everyone goes out there and buys a flat screen TV, and then the next year, guess what? That flat screen TV is worth like literally nothing. However, when the stock market is down, which is rarely, it's not like this often it goes down by this much, well, everyone panics and wants to sell instead of going out there and actually buying more at a lower price, at a discount, investing more, and then later making more money. However, according to Grant Cardone, it's going to go down, so you don't want to get into this right now, okay? That's the entire point here. The answer is no. It's part of the game, okay? It's like a roller coaster. It goes up, it goes down. You don't want to jump off, okay? That's the entire point. If you hold on, well, you only get hurt if you jump off. That's the point here, okay? And by the way, retirement accounts, tax benefits. You can leverage them to buy real estate also. On top of that, you'll have ETFs. ETFs are great investments. That's what I do. Very low fees, minimal fees, and that way you get to keep a lot of your money, and a lot of them also pay you dividends, which means even cash flow in your pockets also. So when it comes to Grant Cardone here, I have no idea what he's talking about when he says, hey, sell all your investments, man. I've been talking about this for a long time. By the way, so what, okay? The point is, it happens, it's part of the game. You keep going, you keep investing, and then eventually it goes up. Tell me, but you can't say that. The answer is, well, it's not me saying it. It's the history of the market. Warren Buffett, John C. Bogle, also not Graham Stephan, I also almost like said that right there, but also Benjamin Graham, okay? That's the point. History shows that it always works out in the end.
Get out of the stock market, man. Get out. I've been telling you guys over and over. I don't want to like, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. Like, it's up today. I'll promise you next week it will be down again. There's only one place for the stock market to go right now.
Okay.
It's probably, the Dow Jones is probably going to see 16,000.
Wow. Okay.
It's at 21,000 today.
All right.
So you're probably going to be around 16.5. There's no reason for you guys to be, oh, it's going to come back. You don't.
All right. First thing is this, guys, okay? Grant Cardone kind of talks as if like this is like a bad thing, okay? When the market goes down, again, it's a discount, you buy more. So hopefully this comes true, but I know for sure, okay, one thing for sure, that if Warren Buffett can't predict the market, how in the heck is Grant Cardone going to predict the market? The point is, he cannot, okay? That's the point here. And on top of that, guys, okay, he talks about the market like it's like this most dangerous thing out there in the world, and it just goes down. You don't want it to go back up. It just goes in appreciation. You don't earn any cash flow. Again, we have dividend payments. And on top of that, Grant Cardone, let's not pretend like in 2008 when the entire housing bubble crashed and collapsed, well, people were running with their tails behind their legs or ties. I don't know how to say that. But the point is, people were scared back then. And I do know rents went up back then and stabilized, but the point is, each market has its overall longevity where it goes down, it goes up. It's normal, it's how it works, it's called correction. So that entire point of saying like, oh, the market is going down, you don't want to get into it now. The point is, this is probably the best time to get into it, okay? And by the way, in 2008, for example, when the bubble actually crashed, people like Dave Ramsey, well, guess what? They invested a ton of money and also bought properties. And guess what? They were buying things for pennies on the dollars, meaning that he made a ton of money. So the point is, well, why not take your money right now? By the way, Zack, I'm talking to you also and everyone out there. The point is, why not take your money right now and buy things for a discount instead of complaining about it? The point is, the market goes up, it goes down. You want to buy really low so then eventually you can sell pretty high. That's the goal here. And when the things go down like this, because of the entire like number 19, which is very rare, well, it's time to take advantage, okay? And every market has ups and downs, including real estate. It's not just, oh my gosh, you know? Now, let's move on here. Let's see what else he says.
You don't need it to come back. You need cash flow. You guys should only be investing in things that provide cash flow. America needs paychecks. You're going to need a paycheck every month, okay? When people get laid off, we have the lowest unemployment in 60 years or something. Maybe.
Okay. So Americans, they need paychecks. And to be honest, it's kind of true, you know? I don't disagree with Grant Cardone, to be honest with you. The whole point is that his entire perspective just be like, okay, let me just like take all my money out of here to just take all that loss and just put into Grant Cardone capital. No, I don't agree with that. But the point is, you know, Americans do need paychecks. And that's why it's so important to actually have an emergency account. And on top of that, it's so important to have one or more, well, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 streams of income. And that way, if you lose one, like your main job, well, you're fine and you're secured, okay? I agree with that, okay? By the way, again, stocks, they pay dividends. And by the way, when I turn 30, I'm going to be getting paid around $1,566 every single month just by getting dividend payments. And when I turn 63, by the way, did anyone know that Grant Cardone is around like 61 or 60 years old? It's crazy, right? He doesn't really look that old, but the guy's kind of old, you know? Now, the point is this, okay? And when I turn around 63, Grant Cardone's age, I'm going to be getting paid around $19,704 every single month in dividend checks. Now, how is this possible, Tommy? The answer is my dividend payments are around 2.35%. And on top of that, I'm investing a ton of money every single year, and that's how I'm going to get there. And by the way, I don't get like why it has to be like, okay, you either do Cardone Capital or you do stocks. You can't do them both, okay? It's not a good idea. The answer is no, do both, okay? I'm saving up for real estate also, and also invest into stocks, and that way I have both of best worlds, to be honest with you, okay? I want the cash flow, I want the dividends, I want the appreciation also, I want everything. So the point is, do both. Don't just listen to Grant Cardone and be like, okay, I'm just gonna put all my money in here. The answer is no. That's what he wants, because again, it's like the most biased, weird thing I ever heard in my life to just be saying this right here, because at the end of the day, he just wants to make some money. And his product is Cardone Capital. He's telling you, don't go anywhere else, just come to Cardone Capital. No, okay? No.
Since 1930. When people start getting laid off, what are they going to need? Cash flow. You don't need appreciation, you need cash flow. So financially, what people need when things get bad, okay, is cash flow. You already got companies saying, hey guys, go home. Don't work from home. Amazon, one of the biggest employers in the country, is saying, stay home. What happens when Amazon's like, stay home and don't come back, by the way, and you know what, we're done. We're done with this relationship. The airlines, United, Delta, Southwest, will all lay off both pilots, flight attendants, bagmen. All that's going to happen, okay? What do you need when you don't have a job? You need cash flow.
Okay. And then he ends it with the Cardone Capital, come invest with me and I will give you cash flow every single month, okay? Because that's what I want you to do, is just invest with me. Now, guys, this is why it's so important to have an emergency account, okay? That way, if you do get laid off or you lose a job, whatever it is, you're good for at least 6 months. And on top of that, that's why it's so important to also have more than one income stream, and that way you're not just like dependable on this one job. And by the way, Amazon and also United Airlines, do you really think it's gonna be permanent, Grant Cardone? You really think Amazon can go without having a single employee, just like lay off thousands of people? The answer is it'll probably cripple the company, okay? Now, overall, guys, what Grant Cardone said here is not bad. But what I love to do is filter information and get the good and kind of like cut out the, you know, like the B and then pause and then the S, okay? That's what I like to cut out right there. Now, the main point is this, okay? Cash flow is great. You do want cash flow. You do want real estate if you want to get into an investment, and you do want to start a business if you can, okay? However, that does not mean you do not have to invest into stocks or mutual funds or index funds, whatever you want to do. But the point is you can always do both. It's not just like one or the other. The point is you can probably do both. And by the way, one last thing I want to show you guys is this, okay? Because I know for sure you're probably saying like, okay, but look, Grant Cardone is like, you know, worth so much money. Warren Buffett is worth around $73 billion, an investor, okay? On top of that, you also have John C. Bogle that's worth around $80 million, and this guy is not even alive anymore. The point is, you know, investing into the market is profitable if you do it correctly over a long period of time, and you do not need $30,000 or $10,000. All you need is to put around like 10% every single time you get paid, and then step by step, that money will grow. And I do not recommend anyone out there goes ahead and sells entire retirement account just so they can go ahead and invest with Grant Cardone, which is worth around $300 million. But how much of this money, net worth, is actually his, when in reality, what he does is basically leverage other people's money, which is very smart, by the way, Grant Cardone. But the point is, investing is awesome. Getting cash flow is awesome. So just saying, hey, just sell everything is the worst advice I ever heard in my life, okay? So guys, overall here, please kind of like always filter out like the B and then pause the S, okay? And just like take the right information, because if you listen to this guy right here, you would probably have sold at like negative 20%, and then you wouldn't have waited for like the next thing, which was up by 10%. So literally today, I made around like $300, okay? Just because I kept investing over and over and over again. That's the point. That's how it works, guys. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video right here, comment down below and let me know. And also, like this video. And on top of that, also subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notified. And if you want to talk to me one-on-one, uno, just DM me or sometime Bryson. And before I go, if you want to watch a full video on how I invest my money, watch this video right here. And on top of my face right here to also start the channel right now. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And as always, peace.